And here we go. The Giants have made another move with former Patriots safety Jalen Mills, according to Adam Schefter. He has reached an agreement to a one-year deal with the New York Giants, a former Eagle now back in division to play for the Giants. Now in this video, we're going to break down everything you need to know about Jalen Mills and, what he brings to this team going forward. A very versatile player. He's very good at times, and then other times he's a little bit, okay. But in this video, we're going to break down what you need to know. Before we get into that, do me a favor and comment down below a letter grade for the Giants so far this offseason. What do you think they need to do better, and what are some positions of need that you think they need to address ASAP? But also subscribe if you're new. It's free, doesn't cost anything. But with that being said, let's dive right into Jalen Mills and what he adds to New York. Okay, the first thing you notice when you watch Jalen Mills play football is his versatility. Now, he can play deep safety, he can play slot, he can play on the outside boundary, and he's also a really decent tackler at times as well. But the one thing that's a little bit concerning about Jalen Mills is he's inconsistent. Now, he's a guy that over his, I want to say 8-year career, has 7 interceptions, over 400 tackles, including a year where he put up 74 tackles. But he's also a guy who is better as rotational piece than a full-time starter. So when I look at this Giants team right now, as you see Jalen Mills playing the slot right here, the nickel, right? You see him a lot of times in the slot or as a deep safety. He plays a lot of different spots, which one is very unique, and two, very dynamic, right? Very versatile, right? He brings you a guy who can play multiple different positions. So I do like Jalen Mills in that sense. But when you look at the Giants team right now, right, we had a big free agent. Now, the guy that was projected to leave, Adoree Jackson, who kind of played a lot of different roles over here in New York, he might be gone, right? He might be going elsewhere. Jalen Mills is a guy that can step in and fill that role. Obviously, they love Trey Hawkins. We saw Trey Hawkins blow up in training camp. He looked like a stud, right? And then you have Deonte Banks. They have high hopes for him as well. And then the former third-round pick, Cordell Flott, right? Now, Jalen Mills is a guy that I think can be huge. I think he can, and I'm not saying that as a starter. I'm saying off the bench, spell some of these guys, keep their energy up, but as well come in here and give you some good, spot starts as well as depth rotation, right? So I think this is a good signing. It's a one-year deal, prove-it deal. He's getting up there in age. I believe he is 29 years old, so he's not too old, not too young. But at the end of the day, can make some good tackles, can play multiple different positions, nickel, deep safety, sometimes even gets into the box as well. I think New England made him very, they made him very dynamic. Like, they put him in a bunch of different roles because they knew he could play them. So, as of right now, the Giants are doing a really good job. Really good job, right? Brian Burns, nobody saw that coming. Devin Singletary, John Runyon, a very good pass blocker for Daniel Jones. This has to be the season they put it together, or Daniel Jones got to go, right? That's what I'm going to say right now. As for their defense, I love Dexter Lawrence with Brian Burns. I think that's going to be huge. And then you talk about Kayvon Thibodeau. They might have one of the best pass rushers in the NFL next season. Maybe even the Raiders as well. They added Christian Wilkins, so that was a big one as well. But you see Jalen Mills does a really good job fighting over there. When it looks like a guy's going to break a tackle, Mills comes in out of nowhere and makes hits, prevents the third down, and or prevents the first down, and gets a stop there, forcing a fourth. Now, linebacker room is interesting. I like Bobby Okereke. You've got Michael McFadden, Darian Beavers, Azeez Ojulari. So there are areas that I like on this team. But again, nothing's going to matter unless Daniel Jones steps up and plays good football. Will he do that? I don't know. I do like the signing of Jalen Mills, though. Let me know what you guys think. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Give a letter grade down below of this signing and what they've done throughout the offseason so far. Subscribe if you're new. Join the family. I'm excited to see what Jalen Mills does in New York, because I do think he could be a solid player because they needed that safety depth, as well as another slot corner, another nickel corner to come in here and compete. I like it. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you next time. Peace.